consistent. It helps you to stay in any decision that you made. It helps you to have kind of like a solid ground in everything that you do in your life. It's very important. It's just like an athlete. Any athlete that you see, welcome, Ambassador Veronique from the US. It's like when you see, let us take an example of an athlete. And an athlete is constantly motivated, is always at the best shape that is supposed to have. Why? Because discipline. Because an athlete is someone, and every time I talk about the word self-discipline, there's a lot of similarity that just come out, like habit, self-sacrifice, or life planning. All those things are things that you need to develop to have a life of consistency, to have a self-discipline. But today, our main focus today is in the word of habit. We're going to learn today about the word of habit. What is habit in itself? So I did some research, and this is what I find out. Some definition about the word of habit. What is habit? Habit, quite simply, an action that we perform regularly, most often without thinking about it. And above all, without even needing to motivate ourselves to perform it. A habit is an action performed by default, which does not occur only if circumstances prevent us from doing it, or if we make a conscious effort not to do it. Our habits thus differ from all the other tasks we perform in that they do not occur unless we make a conscious effort to perform them. Very important. That's what habit is. So you can see the power of these habits right away. We perform them mechanically. That day after day, and their effect eventually add up and can potentially produce enormous results in our lives. And this power can serve us as well as control us. It applies to our bad habits as well as our good habit, and can therefore perform miracles as well as disasters. And this is how powerful habit is. Those habits that you can develop in your life is very important. Habit, just like self-discipline, will keep you on track. We keep you welcome. We keep you we keep you on track. We keep you accountable to any decision that you made in your life. Because if you have, let's say you develop some habit, maybe habit of being a person of kindness, or a person that is always there to help other, or you develop a habit to be a team player, you develop a habit of someone that always bring good solution, or bring, when there is injustice, you bring justice. You have that habit to constantly be there to solve some problems. It's very important. And more you develop those habits, more it become part of your life. It become your lifestyle, as we read here. And sometimes you just act on those habits without even thinking. It become automatic. You don't even need to encourage yourself or motivate yourself to do those things, because they are already developed in yourself. And one thing also I want you to really pay attention with and what concern habit is this, because it's very important to develop habit in your life. I will even say that it's crucial to develop self-discipline habit in our life. Why? Because our life has space, that need to be filled, either in our mind, our thought, everything. We should not let anything in our life void. Any empty space in our life should be occupied by something, either positive or negative. It's very important, because life is console. God has consoled this life in these ways, is that we will always find ourselves in a position where we're going to make a decision or make a choice. That's how life is, and that's how it will always be. And this situation will happen everywhere, either in our home, our workplace, or on the street, everywhere. Welcome, welcome, Ambassador Veronique from the US. It's very important. So that's why it's very important to be prepared. And to be prepared is to feel in your mind those thoughts, or develop in your mind those kind of habits that will help you to withstand those kind of situations, to withstand those kind of problems, to be there. I mean that to be prepared to face any kind of choices that you're going to make in life. To be prepared to always have solution about any problem that you can face in life. And those kind of things can only be by developing a certain kind of a system, a habit, a habit that will encourage, that will maintain you, a habit with solutions that will prevent you, or solution that will help you to overcome situation that you can face in life. It's very important because, as I say, we should never let anything in our life void, any empty place in our life, either in our mind. We should not let our mind void, because if you let it void, what is sure is the world will fill it with something. This is something that you need to know. If you don't do it, the world will do it for you. That is for sure. So it's better for you to do it by yourself, knowing that, okay, I want to make sure that I select some beautiful, some great values that I will develop in myself as habits. Those values will be for you like an anchor. It will be kind of like your backbones. It will help you to constantly be ready to face any kind of situation that can come against you, because they will always come. That's how life is. And the same thing also habit. I can take some examples. Even my dad. I know that my dad was a great smoker. My dad smoked a lot. So I used to wonder how my dad we light one cigarette after another. I mean, you were just addicted of smoking. That, you see, another word again that is under similarity with habit is popping up again: addiction. Everything, all those things, I mean, all the similarities, all the things, are almost the same word, but the effect is the effect that is different. So my dad was a great smoker, and I was wondering how my dad I will always see him taking one cigarette after another. He will ever use the cigarette who is already going off to enlight the new one that you want to smoke. That's how my dad was smoking. And today, after learning all this, having all this experience, I realized that my dad had developed a sort of smoking habit in himself, that he can even smoke without even thinking about it. He don't even need to motivate himself. He don't even need to have the desire to smoke. He just do it. It was just part of his life, and that's how it is. And that is a one thing. Smoking. We know what the consequences of smoking is. It will destroy our physically. It will destroy our body. And it can even come out to become, it can even produce a cancer in our life. A lung cancer, as we say every day. That's how powerful it is. That's why it's very important to nurture good habit in our life, because it can be a blessing to us as it can be a curse. The power of habit work in a positive as in the negative. It's very important to notice that. And also, sometimes people will ask me, how can you apply habit? How is it easy to develop a habit? I will say, no, it's not easy to develop habit. It's not. If someone told you that it's easy, I don't know. It's not easy to develop habit. Especially, habit can be easily the only time that I think that habit can be really nurtured is when you are still small. You haven't get exposed to many things that with everything that we get exposed to. I mean, let's say you are a child, you grow in a beautiful home where there's a value in that home, where they teach you good manners. They train you, they train your mind to always sitting in the positive way. They teach you to have good manner, to develop good values. Then You grow up with that, as the Bible says, teach a child the way he should grow. When he grow up, he will not depart from it. Then the only time that you have the opportunity that you can absorb that value very easily. But let's say now you become an adult and you never have those kind of value. You never have those, those childish value. So your value that you learn it from the world. And we know what come out of the world. We have everything. We have anger. We develop anger, envy, anxiety, all those kind of things. All the things that have nothing to do with a good health. We develop all of them. It become a habit in our life. We develop a habit of smoking, habit of being constantly upset, habit of anxiety, all those kind of, we develop them. And then we come a time that we start have the conscience, we want to get away from those habits, because we realize that it's destroying our life, it destroys everything that we do, because some habit can even keep you away from friends. Friends will run from you, because the Bible always says, who want to be about close to someone who is constantly angry or upset, who is constantly easily upset? Who want to be close to that person? No one. That's how habit can be devastating. So when you ask me now, once you become an adult without having those opportunities to be nurtured as a child with those great values, how can you change your habit? Is it easy? I will say no, it's not easy. Why? Because I'm talking about my own personal experience. I've developed some habits that I needed to work hard to get out of those habits. I need to go progressively. It has not been an easy task. Let me take you also to a very easy example. Also, I want you to notice that habit, there's many ways to get out of habit. There's not only one way to get out of habit. There's many ways. There's always many solutions to get habit. Let me take you an example, a personal example. I know that prayer is very important. Prayer is very, very important. It's the key for any kingdom citizen. It's one of the great priority for any kingdom citizen. But let me tell you that I don't want to pray all the time. It's not easy for me. We need to be real. There are times that I don't want to pray. I don't want to pray. I know that I'm supposed to pray, but I don't want to pray. Even though I know that prayer, as Dr. Miles Monroe always says, is the license that we give to God to operate in our life here on earth. That's how powerful prayer is. God has given us the dominion here on earth, and we never interfere in any affair here on earth, except we give him that permission through prayer. So what I do is, because it's not always easy for me to pray, so I thought about it. I said, no, this is very important. How can I develop that habit of prayer in my life? So I come to the conclusion. At first, I tried to do, try to be really regular, disciplined on prayer all the time. But I realized that it did not work, it's become very hard. So what I did is I start writing. So what I do now is every morning when I wake up, I will take my book and I start writing my prayer. While I'm writing, I'm praying. And somehow I realized that it become very easy to me. And it become very easy to me, and I start enjoying that method. And it become easy. It become effective for me. You see, and the mistake could have been that if you are always saying, no, I need to pray like everyone, I need to do like everyone, and habit. One thing also I want to tell you, everyone, any single human being have his own way how to overcome his habit. You will never overcome your habit like I overcome mine. I can give you some advice based on my own experience, but your own solution will come exactly because you know how the habit is affecting your life better than I know it. So that's how I find my own solution. I say, no, every time when I'm writing, like, be grateful to everything that God have done in my life, in my day, in everything. That is my prayer. I'm praying by writing. It might be strange for someone, but that is my own way to get through what I want to get through, because I don't want to be left out of prayer, because I know that it's very important for me. So I discovered that method and I'm applying it, and it becomes little by little a new habit that I'm developing in my life that is a good habit in the sense. So that's how it functions. So As we say, on the other hand, doing a little sport every day when you get up allows you to start your day in top shape, to build a performing and desirable body, to maintain your shape and health, to slow down your aging, and to lengthen your life expectancy. See, for example, this study showing that the average death rate of those who practice an average physical activity was 60% lower than of the sedentary group. Those are the results when we practice good habit, when we maintain good habit. Like another example of mine is that, to be honest with you, I'm always excited when I come to share a word with you. Every time I'm excited, it's just, for me, it's a habit. I love it. I'm passionate about it. I love it. And this is the kind of habit that I want to maintain in my life, because I'm joyful. I know that I'm sharing, I'm contributing in the life of people, and that makes me happy. And so doing, I'm also blessed myself, because everything that I'm giving you is something that I meditate. So it means that there's something I have left in myself that I'm giving out. It's kind of like multiplying. It's a multiplication. It's the what they call law of addition. I'm excited. I just love it, and this is a habit that I want to maintain, because it's a good thing, because it's something that adds value in people's lives. And that is a good habit. Those are the kind of habit that you are encouraged to develop in your life. Anything that can be a good use, not only for yourself, but for people around you. Those are the habits that you need to develop in yourself. Make it as your strength. So, bad habits take us away from our goal. And that's true. Smoking. If you are smoking and you know that smoking is a dangerous thing, what it's going to do is going to destroy your health. The health that God gave to you to serve Him with Him is going to destroy it. That's a bad habit. Maybe drug habit, be used to taking drugs and all those things. It destroys the temple of God that He gave to you, not for your own personal use, but for the advances of His kingdom. God created, He gave you this beautiful body for you, so that people, while looking at you, we praise God, but sometimes we might get into the trap. Okay, so beloved, before we continue, let us go to a little bit advertise. Let us go a little bit to little advertisement, and then we'll be back.
Hello everybody, it's Alexi Hammer, the author of the book Welcome to Greatness, a coach and a speaker, and the president of the International School of Greatness. For over the last 2 decades, I've been fortunate enough to be a coach to senators, to TV personalities, NBA players, to people who have reached the top of their game. I've worked with and for organizations to increase profit to the tune of over 400%, working in projects over $1 billion. I've been fortunate enough to speak to youths and to groups of men and groups of women. I've been around the world speaking to heads of state and senators in Malawi, Nigeria, Ghana, in Jamaica, in the US and in Canada. Why am I telling you all this? I'm telling you all this to say we have decided to package that much knowledge and wisdom, that much tools and strategies and techniques into a 28-day program. A 28-day program just for you. A program that will renew your mindset, develop your skill set, and equip you with tool set to break through your challenges, to achieve your dream, to energize your marriage, energize your relationships. This is a program for those who are willing to reach the core of their existence, for those who are tired of being tired, for those who want transformation, for those who want to make an impact, who want to achieve their dream, for those who want to generate influence and increase their income. This is the program just for you, the Greatness Expedition. Remember, the greatest journey you will ever take in life is not to the Bahamas, is not to Jamaica, even though I've been in those nice places, is to the core of your existence. And that is what this program is about. If you are ready for the next level, if you are ready to attain the height of your existence, if you are ready to conquer yourself, if you are ready to be more, to have more, to give more, and to do more, I invite you today. Visit greatnessexpedition.com. It's Alexi Hammer, and I look forward to seeing you at the expedition.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, it's great. What Ambassador Alex Yoma just said. Really, we encourage you to find out, to get connect with him. Those are one of the great leaders of the kingdom who add value in life of people. Those are people also that will teach you how to develop great habit for anything that you want in your life, either in the business or speaking, become a coach. Those are the people that you need to get connected with. Hallelujah. So let's come back to our topic of habit. As I was saying, bad habit take you away from our goals. Bad habit will take you away. As I was talking about smoking or drug, or like maybe if you develop the spirit of anger, you are easily upset. Man, I'm telling you, and this has been one of the habit that I developed along the years. Be easily upset. Be all those kind of things. Be gets easily angered. And when I start reading the Bible and reading the Word of God and start really get deep into the consequences of those attitudes in your life, how devastating they are, I have to think twice. And as I said in the beginning, it has not always been easy to develop a new habit. New habit. Like instead to develop a habit of anger, we develop a habit of patience, gentleness. All those tools are very easy, but they are not easy to apply. It needs a baby step. It needs a progressive steps. I've tried. If anytime you try to go against those habits with kind of like aggressive method, I'm telling you, you're going to constantly falling back. You need to go through it with baby step. Let's say if maybe you have 10 difficult bad habits that you want to take away from your life, you want to get rid away from your life. Make sure that you have a list. You write all those habits, no matter anything that always upset you, anything that always make you easily angry. You write them down and you go after each one by himself, and you dedicate a prayer for each one of those habits until you make sure that you develop them. Welcome, my beautiful wife, Karen Abraham. Welcome, welcome. So it's very important. Those are the two that destroy us. Those are the two that keep us not be effective as God calls us to do. It's very important for us. So, and before I would like to encourage you, and what is on the other side, good habits are practice that benefit us and bring us closer to our goal. That's how good habits are. When you practice good habit, as I says, you are every time like what I'm doing right now, I excited, I love it. Like brother Alex Ioma is doing, they love it because they are good habit. They are habit that bring profit to everyone. They are habit that expand the kingdom of God. In a business way, in a relationship way, in every way, in your health also. Good habit also, increase your health. Because let's say if you have a habit, you make sure that you feed yourself well, you have a good sleep, all those kind of attitude, those kind of habit keep you in good shape. It keep you ready to constantly give the 100% of yours when it's about to give to advance the kingdom. That's how good habits are. That's how beautiful they are. So I listed some habit that I will advise you. I will give you at least some habit that I would like you to apply in your life. Before we finish. So be prayerful. Encourage prayer, especially in a team, to connect with God. It's very important. Develop those kind of habit of prayer. As I give you an example, I always tell you that never be stuck on thinking that if you have tried one way to develop a good habit that you want to conceive in your life, it didn't work. There's another way. Always make sure that you find a way that really fit with yourself, a way that is easy for you to abide in. That's how it has to work. Don't be stuck, or don't try to copy someone else. Be yourself and know what is good with you and know what is easy for you to apply in your life as habit. Be grateful. Count and thank God for everything. Develop also the habit of being grateful. As I said to you, by example, that my writing, my prayer writing, it helped me to do a lot of things, because there I can thank God, I can write my thankfulness, everything while I'm talking. Because I remember one of our apostles who were there, that Queen Veronique interviewed, Apostle Michelle, she said something very important. Now, writing is powerful because it really connected you in what you are saying. It's very important. So be purposeful. Approach people with a purpose to add value on them. Those beautiful habits, not just approach people just to approach them. Always be intentional. Be purposeful. I want to approach this person because I want that before I leave that person, that I've left something in the person, or in the life of that person. I've left some value into that person, or I've let the person, make the person feel value. So be relational. Be warm and inviting and work a relationship. It's very important to develop also a habit that develop relationship. Develop a habit of be warm, inviting. When someone see you, they want to approach you. They see the light of God in you. They see the simplicity of God in your life. Be objective. Assess strengths and weaknesses objectively. Be objective. Don't mix a lot of things. Be objective and be specific in everything that you do. Okay? Be vulnerable. Model self-disclosure and honesty. Be vulnerable. Be vulnerable, but don't take it personal. Okay? Don't take it personal, because your vulnerability help you also to learn. Because it's a point, if you feel vulnerable, and they say something to you, maybe that upset you, then you understand that what is going on. It brings you to think, and then you will find a good solution. And discuss and be honest. Also, be incarnational. Be the example of what you teach. This is very powerful. This is very powerful. And this is something that always hit me every time that I'm sharing the message with all of you in the world. My prayer is always to God that I don't want to just be the one that give that message away. I want that message also to affect my own life. I want that message to first affect my own life. You understand? It's very important. Paul said that sometimes that you have to be careful to give it not, and at the end you are saying be empty. And that's not what I want. So I pray every time to God that any message that I'm giving, I know that there are good things, there are good tools that can help, but I also want it to affect my own personal life. So be the example of what you teach. And now make a decision that I will take any risk possible to make sure that I apply what I teach. It's very important. Be dependable, be consistent and responsible for your promises. It's very important to hold on to your promise and be responsible. When you make a promise, be responsible. Do the effort, develop that habit to be responsible to be consistent to any promises that you make. Develop those kind of habits. Be empowering. Give power away and facilitate growth in others. Don't always seize everything to yourself. Great leaders are those who forgive themselves, and to see other people grow, or who give everything that they can do, they can give to other one to grow. Don't keep power for yourself. And that's what destroys the world of today. People want to seize the power that they give to them for themselves, but they don't know that they give it to them because people will be looking after them. People will be looking after them for them to have the opportunity to grow and be like them. So don't seize power for yourself. It's not a good sense of leadership. Be resourceful. Use every tool you have to grow people. It's very important. I read one time someone say the role of any leader or any pastor or any leader in this world is not to grow churches, or is not to grow company, or is not to grow the thing, is to grow people. That's what is very important. So those are the habits that I find are very useful, that I hope is going to help you. So once again, thank you for your presence. Thank you to be with us today. I hope it has been a blessing for you. I'm excited as always, and this is how it's going to be. This is my habit that I'm developing. I'm making it stronger. Every time that you are present, I'm always excited, but it's my passion. I love it. So thank you very much. Follow us, like us. You can find us in Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. give us a thumbs up, ring the bell of notification so that we make sure that every time that we have you will constantly be notified every time we have a good message, a blessed message for you. So thank you very much for your time, and see you at the top where the eagle live. This was your host of today, Ambassador George Abraham from Germany. Welcome and goodbye.